Hello everyone, AnEvilSnowman here, bringing another guide to DotA2, this time covering Troll Warlord. Berserker Rage is a toggleable ability that will allow you to pick if Troll Warlord will be a melee or a ranged hero. When toggled on, Troll Warlord will become a melee hero, gaining 15 bonus damage, 100 HP, 3 armor, 30 movement speed at level 4, and a 10% chance to bash. This bash will deal 50 magic damage and stun for 2 seconds at level 4. Interestingly, this stun goes through magic immunity. Needless to say, when the ability is toggled off, you will lose these bonuses. While the troll is in range form, whirling axes will throw a cone of 5 axes at a target point, dealing 75 damage and slowing those hit for 30%. At level 4, this slow will last for 5.25 seconds. Ranged whirling axes cost 50 mana, has a 900 range and a 20 second cooldown. However, while the troll is in melee form, using whirling axes will deal 275 damage at level 4 to units surrounding him, applying a 60% chance to miss debuff to those who are hit. Melee whirling axes cost 50 mana and has a 12 second cooldown. These two whirling axe abilities do not share a cooldown. This means that you can switch forms and use both abilities. Fever is a passive ability that will grant the troll 20 bonus attack speed for each time a consecutive hit lands on a target. At level 4, this can stack up to 5 times for a total of 100 bonus attack speed. Changing targets will remove this bonus. Battle Trance is Troll Warlord's ultimate. Upon activating, Troll Warlord and all allied units will gain 180 bonus attack speed for 10 seconds. This costs 75 mana and has a 20 second cooldown. Starting off at level 1, you'll want to be picking up Berserker Rage. This is obviously for all the bonuses it gives you. However, the more points you put in don't really improve it too much, only improving its move speed at level 4 and the bash, which is only on a 10% chance. This is not going to be very useful until you get some more attack speed. Because of this, Berserker Rage is maxed last, taken out at levels 12, 13 and 14. Since whirling axes are most useful in the early game, you'll want to be maxing this first, picking it up at levels 2, 3, 5 and 7. Fever is maxed next, picking it up at level 4, 8, 9 and 10. Battle Trance is a very good ultimate, you want to pick it up every time it's available at 6, 11 and 16. As usual, stats at level 15 and then from 17 onwards. Starting out, you'll want 3 Iron Branches, a Healing Salve, a set of Tangos and a Quelling Blade. Then, after a little laning, pick up your Boots of Speed, finish off your Magic Wand, and then upgrade those Boots of Speed into Face Boots. Next you'll want to be building towards a Shadow Blade, picking up the Claymore first. A Shadow Blade is a really good item for Troll. This gives you attack speed and bonus damage, your 2 main attributes. Also, the active invisibility will allow you to sneak up on foes and then initiate. This could be crucial in getting off the melee attacks from your whirling axes. From there, work towards a BKB. This is quite obvious, strength, bonus damage, and one of the best actives in the game. If you're getting stunned, or you think you might get stunned if you're going in for a gank, activate your BKB, you're magic immune, no one's going to be able to touch you. The next item you'll want to be building towards is Daedalus. This is obvious, the crit's going to be very good, high damage item, brilliant. To do this, build towards a Crystallis first, and then upgrade it into the Daedalus. For your last item slot, pick up a Satanic. Now, this is normal on most strength heroes, but on Troll Warlord it's really powerful. Because of the attack speed, the lifesteal that you will get from the active will allow you to heal yourself up from almost death in seconds, effectively making it like another Aegis. Starting out, you'll want to be in a side lane, and ideally with the support. You don't want to be stealing any last hits off a carry, for example, but you are wanting to get them yourself. You're going to be ganking towards the mid game. Anyway, so in the laning phase you have options pretty unique to yourself. either using your melee abilities or your ranged abilities. Ideally in the laning phase you'll want to be sticking in your melee form. The bonus attack damage, the bonus health, the bonus armor, the bonus move speed even is going to be fantastic for you. However, if you're against a lane that you think will be able to nuke you down pretty heavily, you might want to switch out to range form, especially if you're low in health for example. This will give you that little bit extra defense against anyone trying to come and kill you. After you've got your phase boots, you can start roaming around looking for ganks and kills. If you can kill your own lane, fantastic. Stay there, it'll allow you to keep on farming and then get the kills you need. If you have to go roaming around for ganks though, and it's not going well, just return to your lane and start farming again. You're a semi-carry, so you do need the items, and running around the map is going to lose you experience and gold. When initiating onto your target, ideally you want a stunner to be there to help you out, but if that's not possible, run in melee form, use your whirling axes before trying to get at least one hit in. You never know, the bash might proc. Then switch to your range form and dump your whirling axes again. This will apply the slow from whirling axes, which should stop people getting away if they were going to. Try and stay in melee form as long as possible. The 10% chance in the bash is rather low, but if it does manage to come off, you're going to be rewarded for it. Bonus damage and a pretty substantial stun. At level 4, a 2-second stun is almost equivalent to abilities. As soon as you've got your Shadow Blade, continue ganking. Now, I would recommend against using your Shadow Blade's invisibility solely as an escape mechanic. Using it to initiate will be very powerful, allowing you to get into that melee range to get off your melee whirling axes. However, if you are going to die, feel free to spam that thing as much as possible. You should be using all the tools at your disposal. This could mean the difference between life and death. Again, don't look for ganks when they're not possible. The enemy team should start warding because you're a pretty significant threat at this point. So if it doesn't look like you're going to be getting a gank, go to a lane and farm up. Working through your item build will reward you later on. Remember that Battlegrounds has a relatively low cooldown and it's a global ability. The real limiting factor here will be your mana, but you can always go back to the fountain for that if necessary. So if some other members of your team are going in for a gank, just use it. They'll love you for it. That extra attack speed will definitely help them out. Similarly, if you're doing Roshan, the bonus attack speed will definitely help you out. In this case you should be in melee form. You're going to be doing extra damage because of the bonus damage you get from this, and there's really no reason to attack Roshan from ranged. You might be tanking it, but then again you can always try and defer the target in away from you, using the same trick that you do for removing tower aggro. In melee form, remember you always have the chance to bash. In the late game, teamfights are going to be more and more frequent. Now, you're probably going to get focused down in these teamfights, because you're going to be doing a huge amount of damage. With this item build, you should be doing around 1300 DPS, raw without all the mitigations etc. taken into consideration. Because of this, you should never be initiating, always follow in after someone else has done that. Obviously, try and avoid teamfights that are not in your favour. 5 versus 3 and 5 versus 2 is essentially a gank. That's not going to be a team fight. You can always run away, and this will allow you to defend, if necessary, the towers and barracks that are probably going to come from the inevitable push after they win this fight. However, you do want to help them out as much as possible. So, if the team fight is going on, use your ultimate. It's global, and that extra chunk of attack speed could help your 2 versus 5 fight go in your favour, or at the very least, it'll end up having more damage onto the enemy team. When entering the team fight, you should be in your range form and spam your whirling axes from there. The extra slow is just something else that the enemy team is going to have to deal with that your team don't, so that's an advantage. However, as you get up close and personal and into melee range, switch to your melee form. Use your whirling axes from there, and obviously, melee form, more bash. Especially with this attack speed, your 10% chance may seem low, but you're going to be hitting very frequently. Thanks very much for watching this guide. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, like and favourite down below, and comment on anything you think I should change, or perhaps might be of use to anyone else watching this guide. I'm AnEvilSnowman, and I'll see you